Yeah. Hi everyone. Good afternoon. Stella, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, do you want to do this exercise? Like, can we pause for a bit? Can everybody hear me? Please, I need feedback. I want to do something very quickly.
Very silent. But
Okay,
they
you can
can't
hear
see
me.
us.
Somebody should come and change my background for me. Oh.
Oh, okay, you can't see my face. Okay.
I'm sorry,
How
I
do I?
didn't make it
Yeah.
out of this place.
Oh, okay. I
And
think
I'm in the conference room. It's not well lit. Can we work with this?
it's not well lit, truly. Mine is also, I'm a bit far away.
I'm
Is
in
it?
love with Adenike's own.
Yeah.
I wish I was able to go home.
And you can change it. That's why we want to do this now. We want to do two things quickly before a lot of people join in. So we're
Okay,
supposed
so how
to,
do I change it?
so everybody should just follow me because I also
Go
want.
to your background.
Okay,
You
Nika,
said?
Nika is taking us through.
Perfect.
You have to go to
Okay.
apps first. They don't know where
I have
that
to go to where?
background is.
Lilian, I'm not getting you.
I say you're telling them to go to background. They don't know where the apps are. So
Okay, so in front of the camera, you see the camera itself, picture of you. There's cursor is
Adenike, I'm not
touching it.
hearing you.
wow, I have to be so far
I'm
away.
stuck in the office. I'm so sorry.
Can
Nika, they can't hear you.
Your line is breaking.
Sorry, if I hope Tanya is joining soon because I'll still have to go and read 4 o'clock news. It's just 5 minutes recording and I'll be back.
Okay, Perpetua, go look at your Zoom screen. Go
Okay.
see what the
Is
part
it
that is called app.
video settings?
No, go to app.
Choose virtual back. Eh?
Yes, go to app, click on choose virtual backgrounds.
Yeah, for me it's from video. So choose virtual background, Abby.
Okay, it's obvious from video.
Okay, I'm there.
Then you have to go to your files. Either you browse through.
Files.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So virtual backgrounds, and then I'll say, my screen is different though. I'm seeing virtual backgrounds and I'm seeing none. There is video filters, there is avatars. I'm sure it's virtual
There's a plus
backgrounds. I'm seeing
button.
plus somewhere.
Yes, click on the
That
plus
plus.
button.
Add image. Okay.
Yeah, I don't enter.
So which
Me, I
image
don't
am I
enter
adding?
this.
My face is
Which
dark, right?
image? And this still sort of reduces quality. Hill.
Wow.
Which image am I adding?
Pick the P2I. You have to.
Oh,
You have
I'm
to
not sure I've
upload it.
downloaded it.
Yes, you need to download it on your computer. You can pick from
Where
your
is
phone
it so I can
folders and
download
send
it?
it to your. I
I'm
think
using
that.
my phone as touchlight. My phone is on flight mode. I'm using it
Oh,
as
I
touchlight.
see. Okay, because mine is. I'm also quite dark here, which is not so good.
Yeah, so I'm using my phone as touch while I'm on
I doubt if I can use that.
flight mode.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay, I need to get a touch. Just a moment. I think I'm done.
If I should take my phone to the far.
Okay, just a moment.
It's 7 minutes to the time. Oh, where is Senye?
Where is Tenye? Tenye should be here by
Maybe you
now.
send him a message.
Why is he not here? Why? My screen is still not well lit. What do I do? What do I do?
Wait, P2I, please, can somebody send it again or tag it on the page?
Tag what? Baby, what are you looking for?
The background.
Baby, go to your video, click the icon. If you are joining with your laptop, you will see options. Choose virtual background. Oh my goodness. This is not good. I don't like this lightning at all.
What's the problem?
You are finally here. We're
Welcome.
trying to work with our improve our lightning.
Okay. How long have you guys been here for?
Well over, I should be about not less than 15 minutes, if not 20.
Are you serious? And I'm just getting the link.
It shouldn't
Yeah.
be.
Okay, so where is the virtual background? Where is it? Can somebody please tag it? Or I don't know, I can't locate it.
And here I was
I
even
should
sending
just
you.
use my office background.
I was even
You have-
sending you a
You have to
message.
save the flyer on your laptop first. Do you understand?
Okay.
Save the flyer on your laptop first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know where exactly
Can they resend
it
it?
is.
You
Like,
someone can resend it on the
yes,
group.
if somebody can resend it.
Who are the people that are in this place that should be doing that? Please, we need to let people put in their actual names, so not all these short forms of names. Patrick, can one of you just post the flyer again? We are all changing our backgrounds, remember? So somebody should post it where we can easily take it. Okay, Nikki has done that.
Please,
Thank
how
you,
do I
Nikki.
do this? So,
Go to your video, click on the icon there. You will see options.
okay.
Everybody should be doing this now because we have 4 minutes more.
Actually,
Click on your icon. You see choose virtual background. Once you see choose virtual background, you would have to go to the plus icon to add the file into your device.
so mine is saying, hang on.
Nika, please take it off from here. I need to attend to something now.
Wait, let me see if I can.
Mr. Tenye, do you still need that Word document?
Yes, please, if you don't mind. Right.
Or if your cursor is touching your screen, you see a mute, especially your picture. You see a mute, you see mute. Beside the mute, there's 3 dots. If you click on it, you will see virtual background. So if you are saved our flyer already, you see a plus sign, then you can have. If you click on the 3 dots, you choose virtual background. When you choose, there's a plus for you to have the image we sent to the group right now. So you click on it, then you click on mirror my video, and you're good to go.
I'm still lost. I couldn't get that.
If possible, to share my screen to you. So can we see my screen? Hello?
Yeah. Don't know.
Okay. yeah, the hand everything. I don't think she announced it.
Yes,
Hello, my name is Lillian Akunwa, and I am the publishing consultant at Malicha Publishing. Hello, my name is Lillian Akunwa, and I am the publishing consultant at Malicha Publishing. Over the years, we've seen writing and publishing evolve from the traditional method to the modern method, and then, of course, now the digital method. And many people have made their imprints through these different forms of publishing. And that is why, at this point, I am glad to let you know that it is your time to also build your legacy and find your way to influence. Influence is not just about fame, it's not just about popularity, it is about making a difference, a positive difference, achieving change and transformation in your sphere of influence within your area of expertise. And that is why at Malicha Publishing, we are coming up with a conference tagged Pen to Influence. Pen to Influence is a global virtual conference on authoring for personal brand building, thought leadership, and profitable impact. You may say that, well, I am not really a core writer. That's exactly the point. You know, the conference is built for people that are in their different areas and field, of expertise, talking about career professionals, thought leaders, or people that are already on their way as entrepreneurs, coaches and trainers, content creator, and everyone that falls within the category of people that make a difference within their niche, as well as those that are intending authors or are already established authors. So you see that it is not just about being able to write, but making that difference and building and finding your voice within that space and establishing your authority. And these are things that we are going to be talking about. And we have an array of speakers that will do justice to that. Speakers from different fields in the educational sector, in the business space, in the IT world, and even in the political landscape. So different speakers that will really catch your interest and will do justice to this particular discourse. And I really cannot wait to have you there. And of course, there are many other side attractions, talking about the launch of our publishing platform, and which is e-commerce integrated and has other interesting features that would serve your purpose. And then, of course, the unveil of our brand ambassador at Malicha Publishing. The date is 31st of May, 4 p.m. West African time, and 1st of June, 3 p.m. West African time. It will be streaming on Zoom and YouTube. What I want you to do right now is to go over to malichapublishing.com/P2I and register, or you can even use the QR code that you would be seeing on this video or may come across on our social media platforms. I really encourage you to book your slot. It is a free event, but registration is actually required. So right now, go register, and I can't wait to have you at the Pen to Influence conference, which we tagged P2I.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, ladies, gentlemen. Welcome to My name is Kenwo Boyle. I'm one of the hosts for this event. Before we go any further, please, can I ask that we all mute our mics just so we can hear ourselves fine? Thank you very much. Yeah, on behalf of my co-host and my humble self, it is our joint honor and privilege to welcome everyone to the maiden edition of Pen to Influence, authoring for personal brand building, thought leadership, and profitable impact. Now, this event is proudly brought to you by Malicha Publishing, also known as the author's midwife, a premier publishing firm nestled in the heart of Africa's commercial hub, Lagos. Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, it is my honor to welcome you to this wonderful, gracious event where we hope to impact lives and, of course, talk about ourselves as Malicha Publishing, and also get everyone to be on the good books of this wonderful event. Ladies and gentlemen, this event is, like I said, is brought to you by Malicha Publishing, and it's meant to influence. I also would like to share that this event is currently streaming on YouTube. So if you have friends and family that you'd like to ask to join, you can send them the link. It's going to be somewhere on the chat where you can find those. Before we go any further, I would like to read some ground rules, like I've mentioned some earlier, which is if we can turn off our mics, but I'll read the rules that are proper for this event. Just give me a second. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we just have some protocols as ground rules that I'll be reading for us to adhere to. The first one is we might have network glitch and media transitions. I'd like for us to handle our network glitches from everyone with utmost professionalism. If you're having a network issue, you can just mute your camera or just so it does not distract. For uniformity, as you can see some of us are doing, we have our background. You can turn your audience background. So if you can attempt to change, you can do it now as I speak. If you can change the background of your photo to the customized DP, if you have one, or the event flyer, that would be just great. Just so, because we're streaming live, we'd like to enjoy that uniformity and, of course, for the aesthetics. We have our guest categories and recognition. So please, yes, like I said, we have like lovely guests here, and when they're speaking, please do well to not interrupt. We're going to have a question and answer segment where that will be allowed for. So we would appreciate if there is no talking when our guests do start to speak. And we also, yes, there's going to be also giveaway and speaker awards and all of those important and interesting stuff. But anyways, just before we go any further, I would like for us to recite. We all know we have a new Nigerian anthem, and because this event is hosted by a Nigerian based firm, we're going to honor the country in which the firm is birthed from and recite the new Nigerian anthem. So the multimedia team is going to play that, and then we'll try to sing along, and then we'll come back and recite the pledge.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand.
Right, that was a good one. God bless Nigeria and God bless Malisha Publishing. Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, I would like also to, if you're just joining us, thank you for coming to Pen to Influence, authoring for personal brand building, thought leadership, and profitable impact from the stables of Malicha Publishing. Like I mentioned earlier, we're going to have interesting speakers. We have an awesome guest lineup, and I do confirm that one of our first guests is in the building. So, ladies and gentlemen, in a short while, we'll be welcoming our first guest. And just a second, please. Sorry. Right. So I have it here that our first guest is. Who's that now? Right, ladies and gentlemen, just before we go any further, please, I'd like to ask that we use our real names, not our aliases. If we can use our real names on our bio, if you can save your real names, we would appreciate that, just so we know when our speakers are, when you're asking questions and we get to speak back to you, we'd like to, refer to you with your real names. Right, so just before I go to our speaker, I would like to also read properly the event etiquette again, just so we have like an established ground rules. So for decorum, we have to maintain decorum, be respectful and courteous to fellow attendees, speakers, and moderators throughout the event. Authenticity and transparency. Join the meeting with your real name, like I've just mentioned. Please ensure that your display name is in the meeting reflects your real name, like I've just mentioned. This helps us to build a sense of community and trust among participants. Avoid using pseudonyms and anonymous names, as they can mislead us. Interactive features, chat box and emojis. Feel free to use the chat box to share your thoughts, ask questions, and engage with others. Emojis are encouraged and add a touch of personality to your messages. The question and answer box, when it's time for question and answer, use the designated button to submit your questions. This helps us to keep the discussion organized, of course, and ensures everyone gets a chance to participate. The polls. Participate in polls when prompted and when help us understand your opinions and preferences. We have our visuals and audio, camera usage. We encourage you to turn your camera during the event so we can see each other and create a more immersive experience. However, please feel free to turn it off if you're experiencing technical issues or you prefer to go off camera. Mute your microphone when not speaking to minimize background noise. I've said that earlier. Use a headset and earbuds to reduce the echo and ensure clear audio. Respecting others, avoid interrupting or talking, like I've mentioned before. Show appreciation for diverse perspective and opinion, staying engaged. Actively listen to speakers and engage in discussions. Also take notes and ask clarifying questions to enhance our understanding. Please keep your comments and questions concise and relevant because this is a timed event. Minimize distractions such as turning off notifications or finding a quiet space. Technical issues. Be patient if technical issues arise and follow instructions from moderators. By following these simple rules, we can ensure a productive, engaging, and enjoyable experience for us all. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome our first guest. Yes, just so I get her name properly. Sorry. Right. So just before we go to that, I'd like to welcome the editorial lead at Malicha Publishing and the person of Victory, Sam Ebe, to talk about Malicha, the organizers of this event.
Stop that noise.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our virtual global conference tagged Pen to Influence. It's my distinct honor and privilege to introduce you to Malicha, a premium publishing company that is pioneering the future of storytelling, author empowerment, and readers' engagement. Malicha is redefining the boundaries of publishing, creating new opportunities for writers, and shaping the industry's next chapter. Please join me welcoming Malicha. All right, without further ado, we are proudly known as the author's midwife because we're strategically positioned to help you dream, birth, and become authors of your own stories, sharing your voice, your message, and your legacy with the world. On that note, I'd love to say welcome to Malicha. As we continue to share and celebrate our journey, I'd love to take a moment to acknowledge the incredible thing that makes all of this possible. I'd love to celebrate, firstly, our creative director, quintessential Lillian Akunwa, and all the people that make up the management team of Malicha. And I also like to salute the Malichans, yeah, you know yourselves. Across all departments, the editorial team, that means an operations, the digital marketing team, for amplifying our reach, the creative design, for bringing our vision to life. Thank you for your outstanding contributions and teamwork. We celebrate all of you and we appreciate you. Moving on to what we do. What do we do at Malicha? First is our focus. As the author's midwife, we are focused on publishing visionary writers, professionals, industry leaders, business experts, intelligent fellows bubbling with wealth of knowledge, outstanding individuals in various fields, individuals with touching stories who have lived unique lives that can be turned into biographies or memoirs, as well as public figures, influencers, creators, and celebrities endowed with creativity. That's one of the things we do. What do we believe? At Malicha, we believe that knowledge is power and sharing is a gift to the world. And we live by the motto, speak for influence, write for authority, publish for legacy. And we believe that your voice matters, that your story needs to be told, and your expertise can make a difference in the lives of others. Our vision is to be the foremost award-winning and most sought-after writing, content, development, and publishing firm for Africa and the diaspora. Our mission is to build lasting legacies by helping individuals and corporate organizations incubate, harness, and maximize their intellectual properties via writing, quality content development, and publishing. We are very intentional in equipping and publishing visionary writers that will positively influence, inspire, and change people through their books. The next slide, please. How do we midwife you? I've talked about that before. We actually say dream, birth, and become. Because like the midwife, we help you from incubation to the point of delivery. The next slide, please. Our brand story. Malicha was founded some years ago by the quintessential gifted writer and consultant Lillian Akunwa. She is the publishing director of Malicha. It began as a passionate writer without experience. Her first 2 books were published traditionally, but she felt undervalued and powerless in the process. So she had no control over the publishing and publicity, leading to unsatisfactory results. Determined to find a solution, Lillian self-published her 3rd book, Shadow of the Unseen, in 2019, and it turned out to be a very huge success, both in print, production, marketing, and launch, achieving great success and requiring no extra effort, giving her the opportunity and ability to control her own work. In 2020, she founded Malicha, a writing and content development firm to help other authors with the same dreams, with the same drive, with the same vision, to avoid feeling undervalued, powerless, and all of that. Now, Malicha is derived from the Igbo word Omalicha, which means beautiful, representing our commitment to nurturing and showcasing the beauty in every author's work. We empower writers to take control of their work and bring their stories to life with dignity and respect. Let's talk about our offers, our services, rather. Book publishing consultation, book project surprises that deserve expert handling to ensure success from production quality to strategic presentation. We are also into book publishing solution at Malicha. Upon signing you as one of our authors, each book project we accept is captured and executed via 4 key publishing solutions with specific services covered at each stage as it applies to you, the author. The book content development. Malicha is exceptional. In book publishing, we focus on promoting your book even before it is released. We don't leave it to yourself. We don't ask you to go do it. We ensure that your book, your work gains visibility and gains popularity. The book release and launch. This is the final book project stage where we launch your book, build your reader audience, and make sales. What makes us exceptional? Our core values, our culture, and our competence. Our core values are discipline, diligence, tenacity, excellence, attention to details. Our culture is teamwork, critical thinking, client confidentiality, building corporate trust, and absolute creativity. What's our competence? Our competence is excellent writing and communications, digital content development, creative design and branding, project and event management, and industry know-how. You can contact us on the numbers that are displaying on your screen rather. You can email us at info@malichapublishing.com. You can also WhatsApp us on that number. Follow us on all our social media channels, and you'll be glad you did. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Malicha Publishing, popularly known as the author's midwife. Thank you very much. Back to you, Tanya.
Thank you very much. Thank you so very much, Mrs. Victoria Sam. Ebe, thank you so much, Victory. We really appreciate it. That was great. That was really great. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between for joining our conference. This is the Pen to Influence conference of Malicha Publishing. We are going to have our first, before we introduce our first special guest for today, I also like to reiterate that this event is proudly hosted by my very self, Tanya Boyle, and of course, I've got Perpetual, which you would get to see as the time goes on. Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, it is my singular honor and privilege to introduce us all to our first guest speaker in the person of Dr. Ayoyinka Babatunde. Here is her citation. Ladies and gentlemen, we're so sorry for what's happening. We're having a bit of technical glitch. If we can have a bit of audio, please, multimedia, if we can have a bit of audio, please. Thank you.
Ayo International College and dedicated to nurturing lives for God to perfection. With decades of experience as an educationist, also the publishing industry. She has won numerous awards of excellence and distinguished service awards from various bodies and religious organizations, both within Nigeria and at international levels. Dr. Ayayinka had her primary education at Queen of Apostles Ibadan. She also acquired her first degree in English Religious Studies in 1984 and master's degree in industrial education in 1991, both from the Premier University of Ibadan. She obtained her PhD in theology in 2014 at Christian Theological Seminary affiliated to Olabisi Onabanjo University, University of Science, Tech and Management, USA in 2023. She has attended a series of training programs and conferences both in Africa and Europe. Doctor of Faith and greatly invested in her religious pursuit and also her commitment to her community. She is blessed with 4 biological and several non-biological children thriving in various Batunde, Ibadan, Nigeria.
Dr. Ayoyinka, if you're here, please, would like for you to begin. The floor is yours. Right. So I think Dr. Yinka has just stepped out, and we're going to be informed when she steps in. But before we go any further to the convener's speech, I'd like to introduce my co-host, and we'll, just get to meet her, and we'll get to talk a bit. And just before we continue with this session, so ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, please welcome Perpetua. Hi, Perpetua.
Hi,
How
thank
are
you
you?
so much, sir. Very well, thank you. Good evening, Tonya. I hope it's evening where you are, the United Kingdom. So wherever you are, good evening, good morning, good night. That sort of depends on where you are. My name is Perpetua Fasamipita, and I'm delighted to be doing this with Tonya Ball today. And just like you know, this is P2I Global Conference. That's the Pen to Influence Global Conference. And if you have been wondering why Tonya has been saying, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, it's because it's in the UK, and over there, these things are very important. So you're not seen as being homophobic. You have to try to accommodate everybody. But thankfully, beg your pardon, I won't have to say everyone in between because nobody's going to hold me. And nobody's going to arrest me here in Nigeria for being what I am not. I mean, but that's quite interesting. One more time, thank you so much for joining us. And Tonya has already told us about the ground rules. If you're just joining us, I would like to ensure that we maintain decorum. Yes, so what that means is that when you're joining, you ensure that your devices are mute. And also, if you're not by your system, maybe you're doing something else, I think it's also okay to remind us that we need to turn off our videos when we are not sure we want it on. And then there are other things, of course, that we will be saying, moving on. But before then, I think it's important that we also say that it's a pleasure to really be a part of this. And I'm saying this because I have spoken with the organizers of this event, and I see that their vision is something that is worthwhile. Their vision is something that is rare, really. I mean, being that author's midwife, it's a huge task, a huge assignment that I see that they have taken upon themselves. And this conference, this global conference, is just that that platform that sets the pace for other people to come in, know what Malicha is doing, and also to sort of, also grow their own arts, definitely. Well, before we set on to some other conversations that we have for today, it will be my pleasure to invite the founder of Malicha, who goes by the name Lillian Akonwa. And when she comes up, she will tell us a lot more about Malicha, a lot more about what they are doing, and a lot more just for us to understand what today is all about. And some other offers, there are interesting offers, which I do not think you should miss. If I were you, I'm just going to get ready to grab all of that. Yes, because they are quite interesting. Like I said, I have spoken with the organizers and I have seen all of this. And I'm telling you, as someone who actually has, that privileged knowledge. So ladies and gentlemen, it will be my pleasure to welcome at this time, Lillian Akonwa.
Hello, good afternoon.
He is a book publishing consultant, a professional writer, and coach. She is a 2023 Fellow of the Innocent Chukwuma Social Impact Program by the Lagos Business School and sponsored by Ford Foundation West Africa, and an alumnus of Academy for Women Entrepreneurs, a U.S. consulate program. Akonwa is a graduate of the Premier University of Ibadan. She has close to a decade years experience working with amazing clients to help birth their dreams. She is the publishing consultant and director of Malicha Integrated Services, aka Malicha Publishing, writing, content development, providing varying solutions to outstanding individuals, growing brands and corporate organizations in various industries, particularly IT, education, creative, business and entrepreneurship, non-profit and development sectors, and creativity for accelerated growth, visibility and profitability. She is known as Omalicha, the author's midwife.
Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome your host.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, good day to you wherever you're watching from. I hope we can hear me clearly. Okay, so I would like some feedback. I like to have feedback because this is a training session. I'm not just going to be talking about Malicha. I think that our lead editor at Malicha Publishing, okay, Techno Povanio. Okay, I wish it was in the you have your name exactly as it should be, but thank you for the feedback. You can hear me. All right, that's awesome. If there are people that should be here, please let's go on our P2I community. Let's just invite them very quickly because I don't want anybody missing out on any valuable session, and I'm going to be taking us on something really important. Okay, thank you, Shula. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you, Patrick. Awesome, thank you. Okay, so without wasting much time, I would like to say thank you all for being here at this very moment. Thank you for making out time, registering, and making sure that you are here to, improve your self-development, improve where you are, and then move to the next phase. And a lot has been said about Malicha, what we are into and where we are going, particularly being known as the author's midwife. At the end of the day, we desire to evolve. Okay, we desire to evolve into that premium publishing brand that can serve and meet your needs. And this is the first step in that direction. Apologies that Dr. Ayoyinka Babatunde is not here at this time. She's having some network glitch, but as soon as she's here, you hear her remarks. She's somebody that has been in the literary space that has also mentored me. As a matter of fact, she published my first book, and then I ended up publishing or working with her in the publishing of as biography, the 70th birthday biography. So I'm just going to get into this discourse. I'm going to be exploring the authoring and publishing value chain for visibility, impact, and profit. Remember, we're talking about personal brand building and then profitable impact. We're also talking about thought leadership. Okay, so I'm going to mute this notifications just for a moment. All right, so that you can hear me clearly. So we're exploring the authoring and publishing value chain in a couple of minutes and for visibility, impact, and profit. Can I have the next slide, please? I wish I was projecting this myself. Okay. I hope that my operator would work with me. Please work with me. Very good. So I have just about 6 touch points, and that's going to be it for my session today. I'm going to be talking to you about the myths and misconceptions of writing, authoring, and publishing. We're going to take a quick poll and survey. I hope this poll and survey is ready. If we can get that up very quickly, because that's the first thing I will be getting into. And then the authoring and publishing value chain. We're going to be discussing what is the value chain of publishing really, and then the critical challenges along this value chain, the value gain, and then unlocking the power of authorship. And then interestingly, just like Perpetua said earlier, we have some interesting offers that could help you unlock what we have in mind. It's not just about getting you into the conference, but taking you to the next level at the end of the day. Next slide, please. Okay, so we have this survey. Can we all quickly, everyone that is here right now, you can see a survey right in front of you. I want you to click what category you belong to. You know, when we were doing our publicity for this conference, we said we were targeting career professionals, speakers, coaches, and trainers, entrepreneurs, business owners, thought leaders, industry experts, content creators, and the like. So quickly pick where you belong very quickly. Let's quickly have that poll done right now. Where do you belong? The second question is, have you written and published a book before, either ebook or paperback? So it's just a short answer. You're just going to answer. If it is a no, maybe you leave it as no. If it is a yes, aha. So I can see some people responding already. Just click the one that applies to you. This is going to help us in further engaging you. Yes, in 30 seconds, we are done with this poll. It's sadly, those that are watching on YouTube will not be able to participate in this poll. So that's why it's good to be at the conference live, you know. So some people didn't register to come into the room where it's really happening, and they're just joining on the YouTube platform. But it's okay. You can also do that and send us your feedback if you are on our P2I community group. So are we all done? Do we have our answers? I think that I'm not sure everybody has answered. 7 people, only 7 has participated out of about 14 that I'm looking at. So if you have not answered, just pick where you belong, because I don't want to stay so long here. Everybody choose where you belong. All right. So in order not to waste time, we are going to, I think we can end okay. I want us to end the poll. And once this ends, you will not be able to participate again. So that's why I'm careful to request that the poll should end. So in about 5 seconds, we are ending the poll. If you have not participated, quickly do that because of my time. We're working with a very structured time here. All right, we are almost there. I think 5 more persons. We are almost there. We are almost there. We are almost there. Okay, we are almost there. All right, please let's end the poll so that we can go on to the next activity. Thank you for participating. Okay, you can keep the operator, just keep the results at your end. Maybe we can have it later on. Or basically we can even share the results. Let's see what the results even looks like. Let's see what the results looks like. I think I'm an host, right? We can see that we have entrepreneurs here, about 4%. That's 33% of the those that participated. We have an influencer in the room and a content creator. I would really like to know who these people are. Interesting. We have career professionals. Okay, business people tops the list. Influencers and content creator next from my poll. Others next. Then we have the professionals, speakers, and almost on the same category. Then those that have written a book. Okay, I can see more people have written a book. So this is really good because, yes, we came for you as well. All right, so we can end this poll right now. Let's move on to the next slide. Thank you. Okay. Okay, am I the one scribbling this red on my slide? Sorry about that. If it can be cleaned off, I would appreciate that. Anyways, so what are the myths and misconceptions about authoring and publishing? The first one is you need to be inspired to write. Some people are still feeling this poll. Please, let's end the poll so that it doesn't interrupt my session. Right. So you need to be inspired to write. Some people have this belief that you need to be inspired to write. Actually, not necessarily true. You see, you can't always wait for inspiration, to start writing. As long as you have value to offer, even when you're uninspired, you can actually write. So don't wait until you have the inspiration. Don't wait as long as it is about value, because at the end of the day, even when you have the inspiration, what people are really looking out for in your book is, does this meet my need? What information would I be getting from this? Is it just for entertainment and leisure? Or is there an information that would change my life? And we are in the information age, we're in the digital age. People are seeking for knowledge at a high level. And even, in fact, it is even more specified. And we can see with the advent of AI, currently. So the next one would be, writing is a talent and not a skill. I just hope I can make up all the slides within the time I have, but please alert me on the time as I go on. So writing is a talent and not a skill. One of the things I often tell those that I train is that it is not necessarily about talent. The truth is, if you think that it is about having a talent, then that is going to be very challenging. because most times the people that are actually skillful and they stay at it, they keep learning, they can actually they end up doing better than you because they are consistent at it. I've seen a lot of talented people that end up not being as good as people that just learned how to write. I have a practical example on my team. She will be talking to us much later, and I always like to make reference to her. She didn't have the actual skill, you know, she didn't have the actual skill for writing. I mean, the talent rather for writing. She only picked up the skill in the process of working with me and all of that, learning content, and then she exploring more, the desire to learn on her own. She realized that she could actually do more. And that's why she's, she's so much a part of Malicha today, and you will never even believe that she doesn't even have that talent. And she does even better than people that claim to have the writing talent. I'm telling you, because of her hunger, because of her consistency. She's so consistent, and she's one of the people I can always make reference to. So it's not about having a talent. It's about training, getting practicing consistency and getting feedback. That's what it's about. Then another misconception would be that authoring is only for certain people. Oh no, it is not for certain people. That is why when we were doing this publicity, we were not looking for people that are just writers alone. We're looking for people in different industries, you know, talking about entrepreneurship, people in finance, in oil and gas, you know, different field. So it's not for certain people that, okay, there are these people that are passionate, you know. It is the quality of the content that you have that is much more important. And then another misconception would be that a book will sell itself if it is good. No, the work has just started. You have to have a solid marketing strategy, great books, and all of that. So, and then people also believe that once you are done, once you've published, your work is done. It's not true. It is not true. Your work has just begun. Next slide, please. I'm going to have to hurry. I really want to give value, but it looks like I'm going to. Okay, I'll do my best to maximize time much better. Can I have the next slide? Okay, the authoring and publishing value chain. I won't stay long on this. For us at Malicha Publishing, we have 4 levels, and all of this value chain are captured into it. The content development is the first level of the chain of the publishing. For those that are not aware, there's production and printing, there's promotion, distribution, marketing, and sales. Consumption, that's when people get to read your work or your product. Feedback, ratings, and reviews. Then the post-production. There's a particular work we are trying to print right now. I don't know if I have the book. So it's all sold out, and then we are trying to reprint. So we have to do some revisions on this particular one. You will get to meet the author later in the course of this conference. Next slide, please. I'll just take a minute on each slide so as to move faster. Because I have to tell you the offer that we have. Okay, thank you, Perpetua. So, what major challenge are you currently facing in the area of writing and authoring and publishing? I would like you to answer that in the comment section. I like my sessions engaging, so please respond there and we will take your feedback. What major challenges are you facing? Now, having said that, I am going to talk about the 3 major challenges that people face when it comes to writing, publishing, and authoring. So can I have the next slide? Next, please. Okay, thank you. So the critical challenges along this value chain, there are 3 that over the years of being in publishing, I have noticed over and over and over. Not that there aren't more, but these ones, they are consistent. One is content development. A lot of people have issues with content. The first thing is some people feel like they don't even have any content to put out. And some others feel that they don't even know what to write to even start with. You know, it's funny that it's not everybody that actually produces a book that sits down to actually write. That is one thing that many people don't know. So content development is a major issue. Some people want to know, what should I even be looking at? And in the offers we are going to be creating, we are going to be dealing with content development issues, because there are so many books out there and you don't want to just write, you want your book to stand out. And there's a secret right now enhanced by AI that can help you. So if you take that opportunity, then you get to know that secret. I'm not going to share that here. Another critical challenge would be cost of publishing. please, you can still drop your own challenge, whatever it is you have been facing or may perceive as a challenge for you. No, I've not moved on. Yes, some people consider the cost of publishing. Now, ideally, averagely, the cost of publishing a book is between $2,000 to about $4,000. And for us, we are currently working within a premium package, particularly for this conference, which is about $3,500. And you can convert that in Naira. I know Naira is about 1,000. I don't know, as at the last time I checked, 1,004 something here in Nigeria. Do your calculations. But you will know why publishing is like that. And then when you think about the cost of publishing, it may want you to draw back. But there are other ways. There are ways around this. Okay. So let's move on. So then there's the issue of marketing and sales. Every writer I have come across, including myself, will face the challenge of marketing and sales. It is not a course, it is the reality. So let's move on. Maybe I'm going to have to skip some things. Move on, please, to the next slide. Okay, next slide, please. Thank you. I'm getting, okay. So who are these people? Can you drop it in the comment section? Who are these people? Can you identify these people? Look at them. The first set, they are all men. The next set, they're all. So go back to the first set. The first set is really interesting to me. No. You're moving too fast, my operator. Don't show them all my slides now. So go back to the first one with the pictures of those big shots. And I want to make a reference to statistics there. Look at this first person. Can anybody identify this? Please, anybody you can identify among these men, just drop it in the chat section. I'm going to see it. Okay, someone says the major issue I have is someone who can read my writing. Give a minimum. Okay, all right, we'll get to that. Chimamanda Adichie. Okay, somebody recognize that. Who else? Bishop Oyedepo. Okay, that's easy to recognize. What about this man? Okay, so I'm going to help you out. This is Miles Monroe, and he has 285 books. How in the world did he write that? And today he's a living legend. He's no longer here, but he's still living. That's the thing about book publishing. He's no longer here, but he's alive. 285 books. I mean, okay, so some people are already mentioning other names. We have John C. Maxwell. When you hear leadership, is John C. Maxwell. And he has 130 books already. And then we have Brian Tracy with over 70 books, Bishop Oyedepo with over 70 books. Now, how did these guys get to this point? And now when we look at them, we can identify them with something. Please, next slide. Okay, I can't see my slide anymore. Oh, okay, no problem. I know it's the network that is making it a bit slow. Okay, should I continue from my own? Okay, I won't wait for you here since I have my slide open at my end. Let me just continue with that. All right. So please, I'm not on the Zoom right now, so just please respond as I continue, just because of time. And when it gets back, we would you can follow me on the slide. So you saw the people that I showed you. Then we have the woman that was the former First Lady, Michelle Obama, that wrote Becoming. And then you have award-winning talent, Viola Davis, that wrote Finding Me. Then literary icon, Chimamanda. There is a box that is empty. Now, please, that box, it is not just empty. It is for somebody here. And I want somebody here to take advantage of it, right? So it is for somebody here because that box has a question mark. Who is going to be the next person? Who is going to emerge as the next thought leader? Because when you look at these people, you can find them as thought leaders. You can find them as people that have made profitable impact. You can find them as people that have built their personal brand, which are the things we are discussing in this conference. I'm just doing the starter. I'm just giving you guys the starter. All other speakers are coming in even hotter than this. And then we have our very own. These are people that we published here at Malicha Publishing. Faith Akintunde. Faith Akintunde, literally was focused on building a strong personal brand when we were launching. That was our focus, and we achieved it. It was well branded. If you attended that, you would have known. And then we have our dear Opeyemi Ogunyomi, one of our authors among our Malicha authors family. You know, that is also his book. These are people that just, for instance, Opeyemi Ogunyomi. Okay, so I'm trying to rush. That's why I'm not giving details. Somebody is saying, please tell them more about it. If the host will allow me to take more time to explain how they achieved this. Opeyemi Ogunyomi, for instance, his own way of putting himself out there, attracting the right audience, was different. In fact, virtually all the authors we have published had different approach in building their personal brand and gaining a better audience, global audience. Currently, when we launched this, Opeyemi was in Nigeria. As I speak to you, Opeyemi is in the US. He will be coming on board tomorrow to speak to us. So you don't even want to miss it. I'm telling you, come and hear directly from the horse's mouth. So we went out, and it was just for him. Let me give you a secret. Opeyemi's book was a compilation of his teenagers' work and posts on social media. So for you that you are looking for content, and you want to start depending on AI, please be careful. Your originality might be at stake. Okay. And okay, I won't say more than that. AI is good. It's an enhancer. Technology is an enhancer. And I'm glad that we have one of our speakers coming to talk to us about technology. But there is a thin line. Okay, so I don't know if my slide is back. Let me switch back here. So let me just for evidence, let me show you Opeyemi's book. Okay, my background is moving all over the place. As you can see, it's as good, it's as original as you see it in the pictures. So that is Opeyemi's book. And it's not the regular book size, it's a different size, you know. All right, let's move on. And with pictures, so beautiful. Okay, so next up is, we're talking about the value. I've talked about the challenges, right? I've shown you people that have done it in spite of the challenges. Some of you are thinking, oh, but Miles Monroe is big, Brian Tracy is big. What about when they were not big? They've been writing before they got that big. That's the mistake many of us make. On one of our live sessions, Emmanuel Abolo was saying that you should take your eyes off the finish line. When you get to that finish line, you will see that you are already there. It is who they became. And that's why we say at Malicha Publishing, it's all about betting and becoming. It's about dream, bet, become. What's that dream? Then we take you on a journey to now becoming that person. So you don't start by focusing on your finish line. Yes, you should have an end in mind, but if you focus on that and that sets you back from doing what you need to do, you're not going to move forward. Okay. All right. So I think my hosts are already on my neck now. I'm just going to say this and move to what we have to offer you. There is value gain. I've talked about this. One of the things we are focusing on is we want to help authors build strong personal brand, thought leadership, and profitable impact. That is the essence of why we are here. And I've given you examples and even practical ones that we have achieved. There is something about writing and publishing. I won't even go into the legacy part of writing. I won't even go into the legacy part. But the thing is, many people start out wanting to going into authoring, and then with the mindset of, okay, I want to sell, I want to make money. Let me tell you where your money is. Your money is in the impact. That was why we called it profitable impact. You're not making impact, you're not getting the money. So stop focusing on the money right now. Is there money in writing and publishing? Yes, there's money in writing, there's money in authoring. But before you get there, gain your audience, make your impact, and you will get the money. That is where the profit comes in. And thankfully for you, maybe I should just switch to the offers that are available. There is a book that I wrote, and I've written it for like a few years now, but I had not released it. But I think this is just such a timely period to share that book. Okay, this is it. As you can see, it is a timely period to share the book. Sorry, I'm trying to switch back to the Zoom, because we are talking about making profits. And the title of the book is Becoming a Profitable Writer. I'm telling you, okay, so for this image, I have several book cover designs in mind, and I have a few options already. So later on, you guys are going to be helping me those that are in the community and on social media, you're going to help me choose the best fit. But for this program, I decided to use this lovely, simple design. And it's titled Becoming a Profitable Writer. In the book, you are going to really find out what profit really means to you as an author and how to begin your path, carve out that path to profit making. I already told you, it is about impact first. Is the impact that will drive the profits. Look at the likes of Brian Tracy. They have so many books now, but it is because of the impact those books are making on people in personal development, leadership, purpose. You know, even Bishop Oyedepo talking about faith and, you know, other faith-based ministers. So regardless of anywhere you belong, I'm telling you, this is the first offer we are giving to you, and is a pre-release offer. We have not even announced it at all. I've not announced the book. I've not even started a campaign. So for those that need it, just go ahead. There is a link. I hope the operators will just drop the link for you to get the book right now. It's just 2,500 for the ebook only. That is the first offer. Mind you, we have 3 offers. So I'm going to the next one. I'm not going to stay long on this. Move to the next slide, please. Please drop the link for people to get this book ahead of time. It's a pre-release offer. The actual price is still going to 6,000 by the time we are ready to release. So the earlier you get it now, the better. Now, let's talk about unlocking the power of authorship. So for you to unleash your authorship, we have come up with not just the book offer, we have the coaching offer. Some people actually really need to go through training. You're going to be hearing a lot of things in this conference, and you're going to wonder, how am I going to even get started? How am I going to achieve these things? This is the P2I, exclusive P2I offer. And for this coaching, it is the Pen to Influence Mastermind coaching. And this is going to be a 4-week coaching program. Some of our speakers are going to be in that session. So this is like the practical side of what you're going to be learning here. You're going to be learning a lot here, getting inspired, right? Motivated to go do this. However, the practical side is where we hold you through the process and then show you how to actually achieve the personal branding you want to achieve, how to actually start building yourself as a thought leader. You are going to learn some of these things here, but I can assure you the time is not going to be enough to explore all of those things. But here you're going to have a one-on-one access where we now craft your authorship dream and pathway, develop your compelling content strategy, design your personal branding blocks, establish your thought leadership and authority persona, and then explore best fit channels for profitable streams and expandable audience reach. So meaning that you need to go beyond where you are currently and attract new people within your industry. And that is, the price is already there. The actual fee is 350,000. For those that are here right now, participants that are here, you're wondering, oh, do I really need this? I've told you all the benefits. You can decide not to take that opportunity right now, and you will still be where you are right now. However, we're giving an offer taking 200K off, and so it's going to be 150,000, and your minimum deposit is just 50,000 for this particular conference. And like you can see there, it's just 25 people we are looking for. We don't want everybody. We don't want everybody. This offer is we're going to talk about it till this entire weekend, so that you can get it and then register, sign up for it, improve yourself, get access to the people that have done it and have proven principles, strategies that you can deploy to improve yourself. That is that on the Pen to Influence Mastermind coaching. And then finally, the third offer. Now, we have some category of people. I don't even know if they are all here, but I believe you are here, right? Some of you are in this Zoom room. Some are still going to join in later on. Some are still in the office and they're going to come in. Please, next slide. This one is a high ticket offer. It's just for 5 persons. Just 5 persons. We are not looking for everybody, because at this one, while in the other one, you're going to be having one-on-one people helping you through, through your authorship journey, helping you develop your work, your content, the issue I talked about, content development, also the issue of marketing and sales, some of the issues that has been raised in the chat room that I don't want to go over, but which have been noted. So there was one of our potential clients that reached out to me from Canada, and she was asking some of those questions. And I said, just attend this conference. And after the conference, let's talk about it. that particular person would need this other offer, either this or the second offer I'm about to show you. And that is, my slide is not moving, please, operator. Okay, we are there. We are there. Thank you. So the P2I premium authorship. Now, this is a luxury publishing experience. In the other one, you're going to do it yourself. We're just going to show you how to do it. In this one, we are going to be the ones to do the job for you. Now, there are some category of industry leaders that don't have the time to be seated here. I mean, to be seated and be taking classes because they are leaders of industries. These ones are just for 5 of them. They are just for 5 people, and those are the people we are looking out for. And it's a 6 to a 9 month project. There is what's it called? Installments allowed. So on these 3 offers, you've seen the link. You can choose the one that you want. The minimum installment for this is 500K. That's 500,000 in Nigerian currency. And then, like I said, it's a premium authorship. It's not for everybody. It's just for 5 persons. And we move on from there. We don't want everybody because we want to be able to give them time. They may not even have the content at all. We are going to help them, walk them through the process of getting their content, you know, to be able to produce a quality book that can go across the globe. Right. So, as I close, can I have my last slide? I'm sure you will hear more about this later on. And if you want more information about this, just reach out to us. Okay, you can actually scan this QR code or use the P2I exclusive offer, bit.ly/P2I exclusive offer. Now, I really want you to enjoy the rest of this conference, knowing that there are 3 things that you can do to move from where you are currently to the next phase to unlock that authorship. You are going to learn everything you need to learn in this free conference, but there is more. We are here to say there is more. Mr. Olatunji will be coming. Faith Akintunde also from the US will be coming to talk to you about their own experience and their journey. What has made them get global influence? They will share their stories with you. And I do really want you to take advantage of this offer and enjoy the rest of the conference. So thank you very much for your time. I think I can hand back to our host now.
Thank you so much, Lilian Akonwa. I feel like telling everyone to give you a round of applause. I mean, if you were a professor, you would make a good one. And if you're a lecturer, you will definitely make a good one. Thank you so much for taking us through all of that. And the training was quite interesting, you know, talking about some of the myths, saying that a book will sell itself. My dear, the book will not sell. So you just have to put in the effort. And I also like some of the offers talking about, even if you do not even know what your content is, Malita is going to help you sort of put all that into perspective, help you get your thoughts together. And she talks about someone who they just had to pick, you know, his social media posts. So that just tells you that you can actually be an author if you want to. If you want to be someone who's going to influence the world through your thoughts, I think Malita is that platform that will help you do that. All you need to do is just go to them, ask them questions, and they will be eager to help you. Thank you so much one more time. I wish I could clap for you. I mean, I wish everybody could clap for you, but let me just do that for you. All right, so moving on now, we will be having another speaking session. And for this speaking session, our next speaker is a visionary techpreneur and a senior software engineering consultant with about 2 decades of active industry experience, providing custom-made ICT solutions to meet client needs. Omotosho Abimbola is currently the Chief Executive Officer of Verbena Logic, a software solutions company. He is a Microsoft Certified Professional, MCP, with the additional technical certification in Microsoft Dynamics 365, a certified entrepreneur by Faith Foundation, as well as a graduate of Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Lautech. He has successfully utilized his skills and competencies to drive innovation and productivity for business development. His IT expertise spans several industries, particularly microfinance, distribution, logistics, e-commerce, and retail, with excellent technical solutions delivered to several organizations with substantial staff strength of 50 and above, operating within those critical sectors of the economy. He also has several outstanding projects to his credit. He has a track record of discipline, dedication, integrity, and credibility. He's very passionate about aspiring entrepreneurs and actively mentors some in the area of business development in order to help them achieve growth and profitability. He will be speaking on leveraging technology and digital tools efficiently as enablers in building your personal brand and influence. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to welcome our speaker. He is none other than Omotosho Abimbola. A round of applause for him. Thank you so much, sir. You have the floor.
Hello. I hope I'm audible.
Very clear, sir. You're audible. Please go ahead. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'm sure you are enjoying the sessions. I joined a bit into the former speaker session, Lillian's session, and it's so loaded. I felt I could have joined much earlier. So I will be taking you through the importance of technology, or the impact, the place of technology in branding. And my topic actually is leveraging technology and digital tools efficiently as enablers of building your personal brand and influence. So first, I will be looking at what is a brand, what makes a brand. And you would have seen, thank you. You would have seen a splash of green everywhere if you are very observant. And that's because for the host company, green is a brand. Green is their brand color. So what exactly is a brand? Or what exactly is branding? Branding is the perpetual process. Please, I would break these words. I would analyze the key content or the key component of this. Branding is the perpetual process of identifying, creating, and managing the cumulative assets and actions that shape the perception of a brand in stakeholders' mind. So it's a perpetual process. That means it's a continuous process. It doesn't stop. Once you start, you keep branding. You keep your brand identity. And what are you trying to achieve? You are trying to achieve a perception in the mind of your stakeholders, a perception of your status, the perception of dedication, the perception of your key values as an organization or as an individual. And what do you use to achieve that? It says cumulative asset. I'm going to be touching on that. What is cumulative asset? That means there are some elements that make your brand. So I can move to the next slide. Okay, so what are the elements of branding? Of course, your name. So name is very, very important. It's about for me, it's the biggest part of a brand. You cannot, if you choose your name carelessly, you are communicating something. If I hear the name of a school, I would tell whether I'm likely to attend that school or I'm likely to allow my child attend that school or not. You cannot wrongly name your business. You cannot wrongly name any initiative. The name must reflect the purpose. The name must reflect your values. Then your logo. Logo is another element of branding. And then images, graphics, and then your color. I talked about color earlier. And then your typography. For some, say for an amusement park, for example, you might want to splash colors around. For a serious business, you want to pick your colors carefully to make it professional and official. Also, your font. Typography is really about your font. What font face are you using? Are you using a stylish font? Are you using block letters and all that? All this communicates seriousness. Also, your catchphrase, empowering businesses in Africa and all that. Your catchphrase also communicates value. All of this together form your brand identity. And remember, you are trying to communicate a perception to your stakeholders. And who are your stakeholders? Your customers, your clients, even your members of staff. You are communicating a particular ideal, a set of values. So we can move on to the next slide. Okay, so now we've looked at branding. Now, what is the place of technology? Of course, to design logo these days, you will need some technology, but there had been logos before computer graphics, for example. For me, I think the strategic role of technology in branding is the communication of your brand. Technology is like the vehicle through which you communicate your brand. And I'll be going through the journey. So I existed in the pre-internet days. I knew when we started opening mail addresses. Sorry, I'm not too old, right? I'm not too old, but I happened to be around before the Yahoos and the Googles and all that. And then in my school, a guy will come around and say that you need mail address. It is very important. And he will we will fill a form and we will pay him. He will travel out of town to go use a cafe. He will do night browsing and then come back and distribute our mail addresses. That was how it started. And so let's look at branding before internet. Of course, you have your name, you have the logo, and of course also you will now need a very big signpost, maybe in front of your office. And these days you actually can operate without an office, but those days, the location of your office, the kind of building your office is also part of your branding. Of course, till date, that's still valid. But with COVID helped to reduce that. It lowered the entry point. So people really don't care about where your office is anymore. With online session, you can meet anybody. But these were key elements of branding back in the days. Of course, you have a private mailbox. If your company does not have a private mailbox, it removes from your branding. So that's pre-internet. Now let's look at pre-social media. So with the internet now, you could communicate your brand identity through your website, through your corporate or personal website, and through a mail address. And regarding mail address, I always advise companies. I know there is Gmail, I know there is Outlook and all that. If you are doing business in a particular name, it is not too much for you to register an official mail address. If you mail me for business at yahoo.com or at Gmail, I am not likely to take you serious. So part of your brand identity is that you have a registered mail, even if you don't have a website. Even if you don't have a website to start with, at least have a mail address that is official, that it communicates seriousness. So what does branding do for you? Let me digress a bit. There are 1,000,001 companies registering or attempting to get the attention of customers. If you are not well branded, you will not stand out. You won't be noticeable. So branding stands you out of the crowd. So it's something you need to give a lot of thought to as a business. My session is not about branding, but I'm talking probably more about branding than even technology. So let's look at social media. Now with social media, you now can have social media presence. And with that, you have you can create a page, even for every idea your business generates. You can have a separate page. You can have a dedicated page for such ideas, and you can generate content. And with this content, you are projecting your brand. you have to be thoughtful about this. Don't do it for play, right? If it's business, let it be business. Don't be thoughtful about the way you project your brand. If you share images and you always watermark it with your logo, keep it consistent. If your logo is at the corner of your infographic, keep it consistent. Let every communication portray your brand. These are very powerful tools that in the last 15, 20 years, you will pay dearly to get. These are things that starters, entry-level businesses could not afford. For example, we are doing teleconferencing now. I'm talking from my house and everyone is seeing me. These will cost a lot of money even in the last 10 years. To do this would be a lot of money. You need a lot of dedicated hardware. You need a separate room. You need a lot of things. You need fast internet. But now all these things are cheap. But it doesn't mean you should lose the value. You know, when they come cheap, it becomes something that is taken for granted. But don't lose the value. You should leverage on these technologies and be deliberate. Now to post social media. So for social media, I will talk about metaverse and AI. Very soon, we're going to be having a VR environment, or we're going to be having VR environment where we will be projecting our businesses. We are not there yet. There are attempts. It's not very commonplace yet. And also AI. What is the place of AI in brand identity? Like Lillian said earlier, I will caution authors about AI generated content, because one thing that should stand you out is your originality. You could leverage on it for some things, maybe grammar check and all that. It could help you with a little thing here and there, but you should have some level of originality in your idea. Otherwise, your book or whatever it is you're writing wouldn't stand out. Okay, to the next slide. So having looked at the journey, if you look at all these time bands, you will see that some things form the critical set of branding: your name and your logo. Pre-internet, you must have a name. And even now, you still must have a name for your business. You must have a logo that communicates your value, and it's still very valid till date. You also need a website. Where can I read up about your ideas? Where can I meet your business if you are not there? Where can I, interact with your values? A website would tell about your services, would tell about your core values, would tell about your mission and vision and all that. You should have a website that represents your brand. You should also have, like I said earlier, you should have an official mail address. It just communicates that you mean business. It communicates that you are, so these days, if you are in the social media space and you are just buying and selling, maybe this might not apply to you. But if you are offering professional service like an author, if you are doing content development and social media management, I'm not sure I would take you seriously. It might be my personal opinion, and I would like to take feedback from you guys, what you feel about this. If it's professional service, you have to communicate seriousness, you have to be deliberate. And having your official mail address is one of those things. Also, now, part of your critical set is social media. You must have a plan to leverage on social media as a means of marketing, as a tool of marketing. But beyond all this, there is a strategy I want to push, and that is where I will end my talk. Please to the next slide. There is a strategy I want to advise on. So you need to combine the critical set. You know what the critical set is. However, my advice is that you use social media for marketing and advice. Don't make it your primary base. You don't have control over what goes on there. Your account could be locked. You could lose your account for whatever reason. Let social media be a place where you push content to get conversion, pull people to your website, tell people more things on your website. Let your website be your main tool of communication. Let social media just be there for marketing. You can promote your content and all that. And one thing you must also do to your website is don't just leave your website to run without any insight. One very invaluable tool that you would have had to pay for. You know, back in the days, IT was driven by licensing, very huge licensing. To get some of the solutions you have for free now, you would pay dearly. But over time, the model changed to make it free and monetize other things. Monetize adverts, pay per click, and all of that came up. And then an average tool that would take so much money to acquire now becomes free. But with that also comes a disadvantage of not being able to really maximize the use of these tools because they are free. So I want to tell you, Google Analytics is something you must leverage on. Look for a platform. An average content management platform now allows you to integrate with Google Analytics and Google Search Console. So if you pull traffic to your website, you can really track where is this traffic coming from? Is it coming from my social media activity? Is it organic? Is it just somebody that randomly came to my website? Is it somebody that, is it from Google search and all that? With that, you can further analyze and have a proper sales funnel and then form a strategy to launch out and reach out to these conversions and see if you can really convert them to sales. So for me, technology is a communication tool, is a brand communication tool. Of course, there is technology at different levels. You can do some of these things now because there is online payment. You can do this. You can have these lovely logos now because there is graphics design that is not. So interestingly, my dad was a printer. So I knew how all these things used to be before graphics enhanced them. If you look at a First Bank logo in 1980, and you look at the First Bank logo today, you will see the impact of technology in the area of graphics. However, there was logo at that time, and there is still logo now. However, the biggest thing, the biggest benefit of technology in branding is that it has made it easier for you to communicate your brand. You would see that I'm not talking about print. I'm not talking about flyers. I'm not talking about calendars, end of the year calendars. I'm not sure anybody prints those ones anymore. I'm not sure anybody hangs I'm not sure anybody hangs calendars in their rooms anymore. They are gone. So technology is a brand communication tool. Leverage on it and you will see the benefit. Thank you. I think my last slide. So lastly, I'm trying not to sell myself, but I happen to run a platform that enables you to build a website. Very, 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 very near free. I wouldn't say free, near free. You could Google the logo at the corner of the page, Olive, and you can follow on from there. And also, Malicha Publishing made some offers. So I'm hoping to write a book, or I've written so many articles that maybe I will be one of your customers. But those offers, sincerely, those offers are very good offers. I would want to encourage anybody on the platform to really look at them, to consider leveraging on this opportunity. And they are coming at a reduced price now. So I think that it will be beneficial for you guys. Thank you so much. Do I have questions?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Abimbola Omotosho. Thank you very so much. I was going to say I had a question because really, you've really opened my eyes personally to the things that I didn't think of or I never knew. And particularly, I'll talk about the business email. I had always thought that I needed to have a website first before I could get a business email. But thank you that I didn't know there were means to having a business email without having an actual website. So thank you very much, Mr. Omotosho. Thank you. We really appreciate. So we'd like to have anyone in the audience that has any question, please. This is the time where you can turn on your camera and we'll see your beautiful and handsome faces. So please, if you have questions.
I lost you for a bit. I'm not sure if you asked the question when I was disconnected.
Right. So I was saying that I was going to ask a question, but then you answered it. So my question yes, I was talking about not knowing that I could have a business email without having an actual website.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes, I didn't know that. So I mean, you've opened my eyes to a lot of things. So thank you very much. I usually always thought that I had to have a website first before I get a business email. But thank you for opening our eyes to that, because sometimes we think these branding things can be very expensive or out of reach, that we do not know that we can start with other things. And I like that you've broken these things down just so people like myself and a lot of people in the audience can understand how important branding is and also how achievable it really is.
Thank you. What you need, if I may throw a bit more light on that,
please.
What you need to have a mail address is your domain name, which is like your web address. You don't actually need to have a website. Once you have your domain name, you can open your mail addresses, you can create your mail addresses. Later on, when you are ready for a website, you can go on and design a website.
Yes, and domain names are not so costly, are they?
No. So, well, what has made them a bit high nowadays is our dollar rate.
True.
Otherwise, it used to be less than 6,000 before. Now it's about 15,000 to have a domain name.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much. You've really opened my eyes, and like I said, a lot of people's eyes here on the conference. Ladies and gentlemen, and of course everyone in between, I'd like to ask that if you have a question, please indicate. Like I said, this is the time for you to turn your camera on and let's see your beautiful and handsome faces and ask the questions that you've been dying to ask, like I just did. So I'll give the floor open to anyone. If you want to raise your hand, please do so I know who's speaking. And then feel free to, of course, turn your camera on just so we have like a sense of community. Right. I'm assuming that there are no questions from the audience. So in that regard, I would ask another question just to spur the conversation. Right. Mr. Omotosho, I would like to ask how, so in a scale, I mean, using the Naira as a case study, how much do you think one can put, now I'm talking about personal brands, not business brands. How much do you think somebody should be willing to put towards their branding? You know, say I want to author a book, I'm building a career as a thought leader or something like that, speaking career or something in that regard. and I want to start, what do you think, how much do you think I should be willing to part with? Because that's a topic a lot of people do not talk about. And you see, when you list the things that you've mentioned, having your website, having your social media right, and all of those things, a lot of people do not understand that that's also a part, that's like an investment, you know. So can you kindly take us through, in terms of numbers, how much do you roughly think, just so anyone in the audience here that is thinking, oh, these things are for very rich people, or have not gotten to that point, and all of that, how do you, what do you think, what range do you think people should be looking to part with when they want to work on their personal brand?
All right, so I will start this way. Before COVID, it would have been near impossible for you to get some of these things without a lot of money. What I'm about to say would cost you millions before COVID. But COVID drove a lot of development. COVID pushed the world to hyper, and we created a lot of things so that we can leverage on technology. And with that, so if you are an author, for example, you want a website, and on that website, you would have some e-commerce functionality so that people can buy your book and you can deliver to them. They will pay with payment integration with your personal website and all that. You are looking at max of 500,000.
Right.
In actual fact, we have a working understanding with Malicha Publishing, where any author that Malicha is publishing for would have more like a discounted package on our platform. I would let, maybe Malicha should speak more to that. But generally these days, it's largely more affordable. I gave you an idea of 500,000 naira. It could be far less than that, depending on some complexity. You know, your need or the complexity of your idea could vary. But I think with the package we have with Malicha, I think it's even far less than that. Maybe in the range of 300 or something. But I would let Malicha speak more about that. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much, sir. I've just been reminded by my team, of course, that the questions should have come later, but I couldn't help my big mouth because these are very pressing questions that I've always wanted to get answers to.
Okay.
Yes. So questions would be, ladies and gentlemen, please write your questions in the comments, and your questions will be dealt with much later. Right, so the time has come for us to launch the Malicha website, and I am super excited. I've seen the website, it's really nice. I think it's lush. And so if you haven't, you're going to see what the website is. It's very functional, and it's a place where I've been on it since yesterday, and I love how it feels, and I love the functionality, and of course the things you can get out, but I wouldn't be doing that myself. So I'd like to welcome Shula from the IT department to take us through the Malicha website.
Hi everyone, good evening. So I'll just show you how you navigate through our website. So first of all, I'm going to post the link of our website. I want you all to sign up into the Malicha website. So please share the link. So while that is going on, all you have to do is click on the login or sign up page. So I'm first going to see the video of our website. Okay, so that's a brief intro of our website. So now let's get right to it to see this wonderful platform. So first of all, have you seen the link to the website? If you have, please click on the link to open the website. If you have opened the website, I want you to go to the login or sign up button. We're going to sign up into this website. So once you are there, first of all, you need to go to sign up. So click sign up. So when you click on sign up, you have to fill those fields. You see the name, you put the name you want to use, then you put your username, which is actually your email address. Then after that, you fill in your phone number. So please put the name. Then the email address, phone number, then you can put your desired password, but the password must be up to 6 numbers for it to actually work. So when you are through with that, just click on the sign up. And that's all. You receive a notification that you have to go to your email to activate your account. So let's go to the main platform while that is going on. So let's go back to our home page to see the features of this wonderful platform. So yes, so scroll down a bit. So this is our intro. When you log into the website, you see our wonderful activities that we have done scrolling through. And this is just a welcome, what Malisha is about. So the next section. Yes, this section is very important because many people really want to go into publishing, but they don't really know the details. Well, that's easy. We have a free book, which is actually a gift for you. All you have to do right now is to fill in your email and your name and click on I'm not a robot. Then after that, click on submit. You are going to get a notification in your email with the book showing you how you can go about publishing and what the guide we need for it. So now that we know what we need to do, we're just going to see the services that we actually offer. So going over, we're going to our services. So Malisha Publishing Platform offers a variety of services, and I'm sure you really are eager to know some of them. So scroll down. So we have the book publishing consultation, and these are some of the things you are going to get. Scroll down. So under our book publishing consultation, we have different services. We have the book content development. The next one. Then we have the book production and printing. That's for people interested in printing their books. Then the next one is book promotion and marketing. So we actually help you to promote your books and also help you to market your books too. So the next one. And we have book release and launch, meaning after we help you to promote and market your book, we also help you to launch and release your book through the next service. So these are some of our services that we offer. And apart from that, we also have free manuscript review. So we're going to see how this actually works. So click on the button. So this is our free manuscript review. And I'm just going to show you a few things. First of all, you can get free assessments to our manuscript review. Next one. Then there are several reasons why you need to review a manuscript, because authors need to be convinced that they are done writing their book. So that's very, very important. And that's why we give you a free manuscript review for your books in our services too. So we're quickly going to see how it briefly works. Next one. So you have to do 6 steps. First of all, you send your manuscript to this email address you are seeing there. And you have to make sure you put your subject so we know, which is review my manuscript now. Then secondly, after you do that, you will receive an acknowledgement mail within the next 24 hours. Then thirdly, depending on what you enter in your number, the first email you get from us, that will be the review. And that will show that your review has been successfully completed. Then the fourth one will show you if there's any mistake or you want any corrections to be done. So these are just briefly some of the things that our free manuscript review is about. Then apart from this, what also do we do? Well, that's not all we do. We also have the upskill, which is kind of like our academy. So we're going to see some of our courses that Malicia have for you. So let's go to the upskill. So for the upskill, scroll down. So this is it. We have e-learning and development center, which so we're just going to see some of the courses here. Next section. Yes, so we have training. And some of our training includes the editing and proofreading masterclass. So of course, most people really want to know how to do this, but they don't really know how to go about it. Well, no need to search for. With our Malicia Publishing website, you can just go to this editing and proofreading masterclass and see the details of how you can be a good editor. Then the next one, we have book publishing masterclass. Well, you don't want to edit, but you just want to publish a book. How do you go about it? That's easy too. All you have to do is click on this and you see how we are going to publish, how you can be a good book publisher. Then we also have Amazon KDP, and I'm sure that most of us have heard about Amazon KDP. Or even if we don't know about it, well, that's no issue. With our masterclass on it, you can be able to know more about Amazon KDP and how to go about it. And we also have other trainings that we offer. But apart from trainings, we also do coaching and mentorship. Please, next section. So this is our coaching and mentorship. Some of our courses you can get. We have premium authorship coaching, meaning that as an author, we will coach on how to go about it. Then we have business of writing. You want to be a writer, but you don't know how to go about it. Well, no need to look too far. With our website, you can easily just enter and receive training on how to do that with coaching and free mentorship too. Then we have business writing and communication. This shows you how to be an effective communicator with others. So now, lastly, in this section, we're going to see some of our courses here. We have achieving personal and professional success. Well, as authors, we all want to be successful. Even without us being authors, we want to be successful. Well, with this course, you can be able to see how you can be successful in what you are doing. Then we have, like I said before, the KDP Masterclass, but this one is not mentorship. So it just course on how to go, how to start about it, what is KDP, and everything you need to know. Then we have Career Success Masterclass, and I'm sure many of us really are interested in this because who doesn't want to have a successful career? We all want that. So with this course, you can be able to know how to go about and to have a successful career. So lastly, on what I'm going to show you on our website is our bookstore. Yes, the bookstore have so many exciting books from different authors. You can just quickly go there, add it to your cart, and buy any books that is in your interest. So I'm just going to see some of the books. So the next section. So we have self-help or motivational books. And as you can see here, from our director herself, she's here. Then we also have, these are some of our authors that are working with us. Like we have Publish Your Diction by Juliet. Then we have 360 Career. So we all want, like I said, successful career. That's there. This book will show you the guide, show you details on how you should go about it. Then we have career guide for students. I'm sure there are some students here. Well, no need to go too far. Our career guides can also help students on which kind of careers they really want. Reading this book can be able to help them choose the career paths that they really want to go into. And we have English Essentials, which can also help us in our English. Then we have business or careers books too. Next section. So the business or career book, we have 360 Degree Career, Then we also have career guides also for students. Then next section, we have fiction. People like me, I like reading fiction. So you can just come here and get our fiction book, which is Sprouting Lilies by our director herself. So these are just some of the few books that we have for you. On your own free time, you can go through the website as long as you sign on. You can log in, go through anything. You can go for our bookstore, get a book, read about it, or you can just go for upskill. Since if you're interested in learning courses, getting mentorship, well, that's easy. Or you already have a book, you don't know what to do. You really want to review it, that's easy too. Just click on review manuscript to get your books reviewed. Or you don't know how to go about publishing, that's also easy. In the home page, you already have a section, a form for you to even fill to get our free book, which will show you how to go about publishing. So these are just some of the few details I would like to show you concerning our website. And I hope as you go through it, you enjoy it. So what's the user benefits of using Malisha Publishing website? Well, like I've said before, you are able to get a free manuscript. Then you are able to get free publishing book, which will show you details about publishing. Apart from that, we don't just focus on authors. But if you want to learn courses, that's easy. With our upskill, you can be able to learn any courses and even get mentorship too. And with our bookstore, you have free access to our books gotten from our authors with us. So that's some of the benefits of signing up and following Malisha websites. So that's all. I hope you have a nice time enjoying and going through our Malisha Publishing website. Thank you. So is there any question, answers? I'm handing back over to the hosts. So that will be all for me. Thank you, and please enjoy our website. It's really nice, and I'm sure you really have a nice time going through it.
Well, thank you so much, Shula. Thank you for that run through of the Malisha website, and particularly I did enjoy your voice and how you presented. That was good. So, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, we want to appreciate you for staying this far. Do know that the event is still ongoing, and we still have lots and lots of interesting things to bring to your fore. On this note, I'd like to welcome back Perpetual, my co-host, to take it up from here. Enjoy.
Hear me now? Can anyone hear me now? Hello, this is Perpetua speaking. Can anyone hear me now?
Yes, Perpetua, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much. I do apologize for that. That's something about technology. It's interesting. I mean, it's always good when it works very well and sort of makes our work easy. But there are times that we just cannot control technology and things like this do happen. I mean, I've been talking for a long time now and nobody seems to hear me. Thank you so much for holding the fort, Tanya. And thank you all for staying with us. Well, that was a very good session, I would say. Shulamita, thank you for taking us through that particular website. I must say that that website is functional and interactive. So whatever it is, you want, whatever your desires are, I think that website sort of answers a good number of your questions, really. Well, away from that, just like Lilian Akunwa mentioned earlier, there are offers that you would be getting as a result of being a part of this conference. So this offer is open only to people who are part of this conference. So I'll be taking us through some of these offers. There are 3 of them, as we already know. And so the first one is the Pain to Influence, which is the Pain to Influence Mastermind Coaching. Now, the Pain to Influence Mastermind Coaching offers a 4-week coaching program to activate and establish your personal brand, build authority, and achieve lasting impact. I'm sure you had some questions when we had our first speaker talk about, branding and all of that. So this particular offer just gives you all of that. All the questions you have, you want to build a brand, you want to be better, you want to, sort of carve a niche for yourself. This particular offer does that for you. Now, what's this program about? First, you're going to be able to craft your authorship dream and pathway. Do you have a dream of being an author? This is for you. And it will also, this is also going to help you get a pathway for yourself. So you're not just here, neither here nor there. I mean, there is something about you. You have a brand, you have a vision, you have a goal, and people can look at you and say, okay, so this is who you are. The same way we can look at certain people and say, when it comes to leadership, these are the people to listen to. When it comes to marriage, everybody knows some pastors here in Nigeria that you have to listen to. When it comes to inspiration, we also know people that we want to listen to. So that is what this is going to do for you. And also developing your compelling content strategy. Just like Lilian mentioned earlier, you might think you don't even have any content, but we're going to help you. I mean, Malita is going to help you. So they're going to look up all the places where you've been interacting, maybe things you've been writing, maybe conferences where you've been speaking, and they can actually identify, something peculiar, something about you. They're going to help you put all of that in shape and then establish your thought leadership and authority persona. It's very important. I mean, when you have a midwife who is helping you birth all of this, it makes it all easier. Don't forget, this is an offer and it's just for people who are here with us. Another is exploring best fit channels for profitable streams and expandable audience reach. I know that you can be very busy, really. You may not be able to do all of those things, but when you have this midwife, they are going to help you make things easier. And how much does this cost? 350,000 naira on a regular, on a normal day, if not because we're presenting it as an offer today. But today being an offer, you will be paying 150,000 naira. The minimum deposit, 50,000 naira, and you have the grace of 2 to 3 payments in installment. I think that's a beautiful one, if you ask me. And then for the slots, just 25 persons. And, this is beautiful. I'd like you to reserve your slots. I mean, a link is going to be shared where you can also, say what you want or pick the ones that you want. Now, apart from this one, we have 2 other ones that I would like to have the slide. Of course, we're done with Pain to Influence Mastermind. This particular one now is Pain to Influence Premium Authorship. Do you desire a luxury publishing experience with a high-class book production, establish your authority, enhance your personal brand, and expand your reach and impact? Mark the word luxury. I mean, it's not cheap, or I wouldn't say it's not cheap. It's not common. It's not something you find everywhere. It's distinct. It is different, And then let's look at the package features, exclusive consultation. I mean, I remember when Lilian, that's the founder, was sharing this vision with one of the things I said was, you see this exclusive consultation, 2 a.m. I will call you. But, this is for people who are really high-class professionals who may not have the time, maybe a minister somewhere, maybe someone who is very busy. You could be in any industry, but you're so busy and you're so professional, you have a lot of things to do. this is for you. It sort of makes it all easy for you. Exclusive consultation. I know people like that. Sometimes they sleep 2 a.m. because they've been having meetings. So before you sleep, you can call her up. She will attend to you. It's your money speaking. And then there is book content craft. There is also special author branding. I mean, this is very important. You want to be branded specially, so we know who you are and we're not confused. All right, and then there's also Authors Prime website. This is good. I mean, look at Malicha website I was just going through. Very functional, very, very interactive. I mean, imagine having something like that, or even something much more than that. You know, it's about the fact that you're not working alone. There are people who are holding your hand and working with you. And then there is ebook and paperback product development. There is influencer marketing. Yes, you know, and that can actually be pricey. I've being someone in the media industry, we've had, you know, calls to try to talk to influencers. I don't know how much they charge for all of this. But with this particular plan, I mean, you can have it going for you. Then book promotion. Book promotion can be digital. It can be whatever form it is. I mean, this particular offer gives you all of that. And then we have authorship launch and lots more. When you're ready to launch your book, they're also there for you to hold you by the hand and ensure that this is done. And I like to talk about the fact that there are people who, in fact, they almost did next to nothing. And all Malicha did was to get their transcripts, to get the things they have done, to just check their digital trail and then pull these things together and make it into very, very good books. So you can also have that. Now, what's the package investment for this? It is 5 million naira. And then there is a payment plan for this. If you're taking up this particular offer, the minimum payment is 500,000 naira. You're also allowed to pay in installment. And then if you want to sign up, you can actually scan the QR code. And then for package delivery between 6 to 9 months, whether the 6 to 9 month project, there is regular check-ins and milestones. And of course, this is for just 5 amazing authors projects. And I think it's important I reiterate that this is because we want to be sure that we attend to people's needs. And, you know, we're not negligent or lackadaisical about it. We want to be sure that we have a number of people that we can cater to effectively and efficiently. That's why we're limiting this luxury publishing experience to just 5 people. And now let's have the last offer. Like I said, there are 3 offers. We've had the first one, the second, and then the third. Now, this particular one, becoming a profitable writer. The price is 4,500 for ebook and then 6,000 naira for paperback. Becoming a profitable writer. But for the P2I pre-release order, you're getting it for 2,500 naira ebook only. That's something you want to jump on right now if I were you. 2,500 naira pre-release order. And then when it is released, you'll have to pay 4,500 naira to have this particular one. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to believe you're having a nice time today, being a part of Pen to Influence Global Conference. If you have questions or you had questions from the previous sessions, kindly put them in the chat box because we'll be willing to have our guests listen and answer these questions. And when you put your questions, kindly put the name of the person you want to answer that question. That is going to help us to ensure that the right person answers your question. You can put your questions there. And if you're interested in any of this, you can also go to the chat box, let us know what you want. And I believe that the team will attend to you. Now, moving on, we'll be having another speech right now. And I just hope that, you know, at the end of the day, we'll all have a great time and we'll have, permit me to use the word testimonies, really. Okay, so we'll be having our next speaker, and this person will be giving us Malicha Author Spotlight or Portfolio Showcase, showcasing some of the projects that Malicha has actually handled and other ones in progress. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Adenike Olanipekun. Adenike Olanipekun will be taking us through that journey, telling us more about Malicha and some of the authors that Malicha has worked with. You have the floor, please.
Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. You know, I feel like everybody's just quiet. You know, I can't feel any vibe from anywhere. I hope you're enjoying ourselves. So I'm going to be talking about the our author. We're going to be showcasing our author. Please play the video for the author showcase. So we are grateful to our author. We are grateful to our author. We want to take this moment to appreciate every one of our authors. We appreciate your dedication and hard work. That's what makes us proud. That's what makes us proud to be a publisher. We are grateful to you. Thank you so much. Let's go through the family showcase while I introduce some of our authors and their book to us. Please celebrate our author with us as we share them with you. This is we have So I want to thank all our authors. We show you some of our authors. We show you some of our authors. We celebrate you. We appreciate you. And we want to take this opportunity to tell you that we have created a Telegram group for you. We want to start a vibrant Malicha Author family where you can create a vibrant engagement for your marketing and sales. Because one of the challenges we find out that author has is selling some of their books, the way their sales, making sales on their book. So the reason for creating this, the reason why we created this Telegram is to help our author to make engagements that will help their audience, to help them generate more revenue for create promotions, sales for their book, and many more of those things. So majorly this session is just to appreciate our authors and show them to us. In the video, we can see some of the books. We can see some of the books that we have published in Malicha. We can see some of our authors' radiant face. And those books, not all of them. We don't have all the books we have published, but those are just the major ones that we would like to show you and share with you. And we are sending a shout out to our authors that we appreciate you and we love you. We are grateful that you are part of our family. Once again, thank you to our incredible authors. We appreciate you for trusting us. For you to bring your work to us is because you trust us with your work. You are the heart of Malicha Publishing, and we are grateful for your talent, creativity, dedication. We are grateful. Thank you so much. Keep shining. Cheers to our authors. Cheers. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much for that time and for showcasing the authors. Can you confirm to me that you're done?
Okay, thank you. I'm done. Over to you.
All right, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an interesting evening, and I do hope that you're having a nice time. I think I will just check some of the questions that we have here. If you have dropped your question, I would like you to just try it. Maybe you write it out again, because there are so many things right here. Okay, so we're trying to look at questions, but beyond this, beyond the questions we have written, I think it's also important that we have some form of interaction. So if you have anything to say so far, I mean, there have been so many thoughts shared, so many insights, so many nuggets, and I feel it's just important that we sort of interact. This is a virtual meeting, and it's important that we feel each other's pulse. So can we please turn on our videos, turn on the microphone, and then just talk. If you want to say something, you can raise your hand, and then the floor will be yielded to you, so you can do that. Whatever it is you want to say, whether it's based on what we've learned all along, or you have questions. Some of our speakers, of course, are here with us, and they will be willing to answer your question. And we also have Dr. I'm glad that we still have Dr. with us. She will be coming to say a few things to us, and that is quite interesting. So please, let's have this conversation going. Yeah, let me see. You can raise your hand if you want to say something, so we can allow you to talk. I have names here. I might just call your name, and if I call your name, you have to answer me. I see everybody's name. Victor Elite, I see Anu, I see Victor Olani, I see Efemina Euro, and I see Emmanuel. Yes, I see a lot of names here. So you might as well just raise your hand and talk, or I'll just call you to talk to us randomly. Maybe I should start from in-house, right? So maybe I should start from Victory Chioma. So Victory Chioma, so far, I would like you to just tell us one or two things that you have learned today.
Well,
So
basically,
Victory, you have
from Mr. Motosho's session, I learned that in brand building, you have to be very intentional, you have to be very strategic, you have to be purposeful. And that's my takeaway. I don't just do things carelessly. And he talked about securing your brand by having your email, creating your own domain before, okay, just in case you are not able to have a website, but it shows a lot of professionalism if you're able to do that, so that it your brand kind of keeps you apart, sets you apart from the crowd. It shows professionalism. It shows that you're here for business. It shows that you know what you're doing. Your brand tells a story about you. It shows, it portrays a vision. It portrays the totality of what you're doing, not just to your clients, but to your staff as well as a brand. Thank you. Over to you.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Victory, for that. Let me look for another person. Please turn on your videos. Well, okay, Efemina Euro. Efemina Euro, if you do not mind, I would like you to say a thing or two before we move on. Efemina Euro. Okay, so go ahead, Efemina. So if you think you're not in a very good place, you can turn off your video. That will be understandable. We'll understand, but just unmute and talk to us. So from the signal, I think her network is not as strong, but let's give her another moment. Okay. Go ahead, please.
All right. So one thing I learned from Motosho, Mr. Motosho Abimbola, is that we want to create a very strong presence. So if you're thinking as a thought leader, an entrepreneur, or you want to start rewriting, you want to first of all build your network on social media, and talks about social media and utilizing your technology to build a strong presence. And that's where you're able to utilize it very well for your branding.
All right, thank you so much. So we have two questions already. Thank you so much, Efemina Euro. We have two questions here that I would like our guest to please answer, our guest speaker. So the first question here says, the major issue I have is someone who can read my writing, give a meaningful criticism, and not plagiarize me. That's the first question, Mr. Omotosho. And then the second question is, what do you say to those who change packaging often? Does it affect branding? Mr. Omotosho, if I would like you to please help us answer these questions.
Okay, please, can you take the first question again?
All right, that's fine. So the first question says, the major issue I have is someone who can read my writing, give a meaningful criticism, and not plagiarize me. So this person is just, this person is someone who probably is confused and wants some form of clarity. While the second question talks about, what do you say to those who change packaging often? Does it affect branding?
Okay, so the first person is probably an author that wants to give his book out for review, but is concerned about his work being copied. Yeah, so that is a legal concern. So before you extend your book to someone to review, you can have an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. So have a lawyer draft an NDA that covers your concerns. If I allow you read this book, you are not allowed to do A, B, C, D. Spell it out, let the person sign. If the person respects you, if the person supports you, it wouldn't have a problem signing an NDA. So cover yourself with a non-disclosure agreement and you should be fine. So the second question, I hope I've answered satisfactorily. If there is another question, you can drop it, but it's largely a legal concern. The second question is about changing packaging. Yeah, so it's about the budget of the company and the status of the company. From time to time, companies have reasons to change their brand. Maybe Coca-Cola is changing a particular bottle or something. It costs money because number one, there are people imitating your product and you want to stand out. You want your customers to pick your product and be able to tell that this is original. So if you are changing your product, you have to sensitize your customers properly so that they know that you have changed. So it all depends on your budget. You can change and definitely whatever your motivation is, you have to evaluate the cost and spend it because you are going to lose some people if your audience are not properly sensitized. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Abimbola, for those answers. Those answers are quite insightful. And then next, I'd like to invite Lilian Akunwa for some remarks.
Right. Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, it's been a wonderful event so far. We've had great opportunities to learn, to meet with people, of course, and then, of course, to understand what the good work that they do at Malicha Publishing. Right. So about this time, we will be going into the awards session. Yes. We'll be giving an award to one of our special guests. But before we do that, I would like to reiterate that because of the network issues and of course everything that could happen when you're having a virtual conference, we're unable to have some speaker come up in the person of Dr. Ayo Yinka, who will ultimately be with us tomorrow, unfailingly. So it's really going to be a packed one tomorrow, and you know how it is. It's always better the next day with conferences like this. So, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, please welcome Adenike and of course Lilian Akunwa, the convener, to champion this award session.
Hello, everyone. It's been such an interesting time. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. It's all right. So it's really just before you project the awards to our speaker. I'm really sorry that we couldn't get Dr. Ayo-Yinka. She's been on all through. She's been on all through trying to just join. She really wanted to come and give her remarks, but I'm also quite not pleased with the way it has gone. Network, technology issues. And even as I speak with you, we have still been communicating, still trying to join all through, but she wasn't getting an audio feed. She could join, but she wasn't getting an audio feed. And I think she needed somebody around to assist with that. But we would find a way to, if we can get her in tomorrow, but she sends her apologies. If we can get her in tomorrow. We have a very packed schedule for tomorrow. And I'm really encouraging you not to miss it. If there are people that are supposed to be here or that you invited or that didn't get the link, please share. Because tomorrow we are going to have the panel session, some other speakers, and more interesting, more value for you beyond what you've gotten today. And so I want to especially thank Mr. Abimbola Omotosho for being here today to take us on his session. Can I have the presentation a word quickly. Thank you. So while he's doing that, so first let's start with our thank you card. Maybe I'll just read it. We sincerely thank you for your extraordinary impact on the success of Pen to Influence, and your contribution have been instrumental in shaping the conference, even before the conference and even now. So I'm going to stop there. You get to read the rest because it's for you. So next one. Next gift. So we have this customized planner, especially for you, by Malichat Publishing. Is a 2024 planner. Well, we are 5 months into the year, but it's something you can still use. It's very simple, it's very nice. When you see it, you would love it, and it's customized for you. You'll be able to write key actions and you want to take for the month, for each month, things you're able to achieve, things you. Oh, Dr. Ayoinka is trying to reach me. Please, can the protocol try to reach her? She's trying to reach me. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to mute this. Okay, let me see if mommy is in here. She's not in here. Our event planner, kindly reach out to her. She's trying to reach me and I can't do that. Either you or Beautiful Bridge should quickly. Okay, mommy is here. She's back here. I can see her here. Oh God, I really wish she can speak to us. I can see her here. Okay. All right, let me just run through. If she's still here, we'll just find a way to get her in before the closing information. So aside that, we have an e-plaque for you. Now, because it's a virtual global conference, we couldn't print, of course, because we have people in different from different places. So you could decide to print this and hang it, or you could keep it as an e-plaque as it is. But I know it's so lovely that you would want to probably print it out and keep it. So this is to you. Thank you. I like the smile I'm seeing there. So let's go on. Yes. Okay, Perpetua, I can read you. Then, yes, we are giving, aside those, we are giving a publishing voucher. Mr. Omotosho has said that maybe we will now consider actually writing his book. So we are taking you up on that. And to encourage you, we are giving you a 750,000 naira voucher, premium authorship. Yes, premium authorship package voucher, which you can use. And then those people, just in reference to those people that we said we are giving this premium authorship opportunity to, you also get to get a voucher. We didn't talk about that, but if you come tomorrow, you will know more. Why I'm saying this is the same premium treatment we are going to be giving our speakers is the same thing you are also going to be getting. So our speakers, you have Mr. Motosho, you have 750,000 naira as a voucher for a publishing package with Malicha. Now, in case you are not ready to use it, you only have 3 months timeline. In case you are not ready to use it, please transfer to a third party. Only you can transfer, but participants cannot transfer. Participants that register for premium authorship cannot transfer their voucher, but our speakers can transfer if they are not yet ready, because we know they will still come back to us. So you can give it to a third party for now if you're not ready. So, and you have only 3 months to do that. Then, is any other one? The gift. I think the gift is still more than this. So somebody help me out. Yes. And you got a digital art. Yes, you got a digital art. And so this is to say thank you. So whichever one you want to hang in your house, you can choose to use it, or even as your background. So next time I will call you, we'll just sit at your background display. So then I think that's all right. Is there any other gifts there? Okay, so when he finally decides to write a book, his book will be featured on Malicha Publishing's bookstore. So thank you very much on behalf of Malicha Publishing for taking this time to talk to us. And I think at this point, I will hand back to the co-host for their closing announcement, I guess. In the moment, I will just quickly try to read Dr. Ayoinka before the closing announcements are done. Thank you very much, everyone, for staying through.
Thank you, Malicha, for the gift. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. We hope you like it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right.
Thank
Right. Thank you so much, Dr. Motoshaw. If possible, could you give us a direct link to, I know some people would like to reach some of our speakers. We do encourage that in the comment section you put whatever ways we can reach you for any. Some people might want to consult you for one-to-one consultation or anything that they can. So if that is very possible, so kindly put the means in which we can get to reach you.
Okay, I will drop my mail address.
Right.
And then I will drop Polit's website also.
Right. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much. Right. So it's been nearly 4 hours being on here, and it's not easy. So I would like to appreciate every one of us for staying this long, because we have data concerns, we've had internet glitches and all of the things that could go wrong, but we're still standing strong 3.5 hours in. So thank you once more to everyone that has joined. And in a short while, I will be inviting my co-host back on so we can do the closing remark. Whilst we wait just a little longer for the convener, Lillian, to sort out the issue with Dr. Ayoyinka, if or if not. But without that, we possibly could could go into a close any minute from now. So whilst we wait for that to get sorted, in just 2 minutes, multimedia, is it possible you can play something that we can just watch, probably music, because we've all been sitting here and being serious and learning, just something to ease off before we close. So in 2 minutes, media, if you have something to play, let us know. If you cannot, also let us know. Right. So if not, we would like to have the slide for the closing announcements, please.
Okay. And I guess that's all for the announcement. So this is our payment details, the Naira account, Malicha Integrated Services. You have it right here on the screen, so you can make payments if you have decided to be a part of this. If you have scanned the QR code and you have registered for the offers that have been announced today. I must say many thanks to you for being a part of this global life-transforming and life-changing conference. It's been an amazing time with every one of you. Thank you so much for the cooperation and for making this an amazing time, really. A time to learn, relearn, and unlearn. Tomorrow promises to be a better day with, I hope that by then, people who went to the office and got tired from work, they will be refreshed tomorrow. So 3 p.m. tomorrow, we're kickstarting the day 2 of this conference. And like I said earlier, it promises to be engaging, it promises to be powerful, it promises to be enlightening and inspiring. Thank you so much for listening. I am Perpetua Fasamipita, and I'm not alone. My co-host is also here to say bye-bye.
Bye. My name is Tenye, and see you tomorrow. Enjoy.
Right. Thank you. Please, can we do a screen grab before we leave, the rest of us? I don't know if anybody did screen grab while the session was on. Any member of the team can just do a screen grab before we turn off our camera. Thank you. It has been a wonderful time. I think most of the participants have dropped off, so it's just us now. We can go boogie. Okay, I know this is still live streaming. In case you are watching this, you can join the after party. After party is live now. Just tell us what skill you would like to have. I'll be at your service wherever you are. There is pepper soup, there is a soup, we have some mocktail drinks. What else?
Of course, peppered meat, peppered chicken, fried rice, Nigeria. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. Please, somebody should do a screen grab, bro. It's our own team here. Team members, screen grab.
Can you do that for us?
Then like stop your announcement, stop your slide, Joe. Let's have everybody's picture together.
Okay, I'm actually doing from my laptop. I'll use my phone to snap it.
And let him remove the slide because that slide is
okay.
Just free. You should just this is better.
Okay.
Don't everybody's camera should be on. Everybody. Eunice, Victor Elite. We need to see Victor's face. The planner behind the planner. We must thank people.
Victor really tried. Really tried.
Anu.
Where is Anu? Tell Anu to come out.
I promise is out. Let me see their faces. Hey, see Promise. Okay, I saw Promise earlier. Victor Elite. Victor, is this you?
Let's have a head.
Yeah, but
oh, you wore a face cap.
And I nearly told him not to wear his face cap today. I forgot.
And if I catch you, just
you come on and let me snap this thing so I get angry.
Patrick, be taking your picture too.
Yes, okay, no problem.
I can see your face.
P2I.
I think we should incorporate that. Everybody should meet later tomorrow. And just say P2I.
Yeah.
I would have said we should say Tribusa.
Which Tribusa? Patrick, are you taking this picture before I call for you?
Yes. Taking enough.
Are you sure? Hope
yes,
it's looking nice. It's going on social media.
Exactly.
Our speaker for tomorrow. They are already.
Is that Victor?
You have seen Victor. I've not even seen him say.
Is that Victor?
Victor, this
Victor.
cap, it's covering your face. Eh?
The background is making my head to look somehow.
Remove your cap.
You need light. It's actually lightning you need. That's why.
Looks like you have smoke.
We'll get him a ring light.
Okay, please, have you taken the pictures so that we can end it and then we can go? We have to meet separately, not on the live stream because it's on YouTube. Yes.
Hope they are not still
there. Can we just say it at a go? One, two, go. P2I. Yes, day one is done, and we are looking forward to day two by the grace of God. Yeah. All right. Thank you all. So I think we can close this and move back to workspace. Right. It's good to see everybody. Oh, who is this fine girl? I see Shula. See this fine girl. Shula, you did well. Your presentation was nice. And the soprano voice, it was really lovely. Ah, Mommy Ayoyinka is, Mommy Ayoyinka finally joined. Please, can you hold on? Can you hold on? Don't close this meeting. Let me see if she can speak to us. Even though we have already closed and we just, hello, Mommy. Can you hear us? I can see that her mic is showing. So if she unmutes, she can speak. Hello, Mommy. Can you hear us? Good evening, Mommy. I can see her here. Can we all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, Mommy is here. I can see. Let me see if she has
Her
sent me.
microphone is muted. She should unmute her microphone.
Okay.
Mommy, if you can hear us, unmute your microphone.
Okay.
Unmute your microphone.
Let me drop her a message. Okay,
Hello?
Mommy. Yes,
Yes.
yes, finally.
Yeah.
At least this is still being recorded. Yes, ma.
Okay. I want to apologize to the whole house. It's unusual of me, but let's just take it as it is. That finally, I'm able to come in just to appreciate you and say one or two things. First, I want to appreciate this huge initiative taken by Lillian to have this program. Then just let us know, as I've been duly told, the major differences between the modern publishing and what we practiced in the 80s or 90s when we were in publishing, or when we started publishing. Now, the process then was very, very long, unpresentable, full of errors. No matter how much you try, some errors will still persist. And that is when we do cut and paste. You have to cut paper. When I say cut and paste, not on phone, you have to cut paper, put on it, try to alter sentences or words to make it at least fairly okay. But now all these are no longer there. A lot of things are done online, and we can now see publishing. We can see publishing as though a very small industry, but full of challenges. And we can also say it's a complex industry. Why? Because of the changing patterns, daily changing patterns. And those patterns, most of them are technological. But it's faster and you can get better results. In Nigeria, our production can compete favorably with what goes on in the whole world. But that is not to say that the challenges are not there. Piracy is a major challenge where people produce books that are even better than the original. And they do it, and distribution problem, the tax, and a lot of other challenges. So I believe that with this initiative, it will bring a lot of reformation still to curb these challenges, because it is all these challenges are making publishing unattractive, and even the profit margin is low. You cannot compare publishing with other industries, and at the same time, it's also very, very intensive, very demanding. You must have experienced certain times when you are producing books and you want to meet the deadline, and you will have sleepless nights. And on the long run, by the time the book is out and the book happens to be a very hot title, then pirates will take over. So I believe these are the things that Malaysia should look into and provide solutions that will even allow us to have a better publishing industry that will not only rely on online publishing, but that will produce both online and offline, and we have paper-based and CBT. As at now, there's no country in the whole world that relies on CD-ROMs and all these things alone. They combine both. But in Nigeria, there's no paper. Paper is becoming so expensive, and maybe all we do is, most of the time, we want to go online. And online has not developed to a stage whereby it can give sizable profits to the owner. They also have copyright issues, and these are things that I believe they are really militating against the progress of the publishing industry in Nigeria. I want to say I appreciate you for this, though it's supposed to be opening, but it's now the closing. It could be termed as the closing speech. I believe that it will continue to be better and better, and I want to assure the team that the little I can contribute, I am ready, while I also know that I stand a chance of learning more from your own style, which is more acceptable to the world than what we'll know. Thank you, and God bless. Hello? Hello?
Okay, Lillian, back to you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ma, for that wonderful speech. We appreciate you a lot. Lillian, can you hear me?
Hello?
I'm sure she would be getting back to us now. Yes, Lillian, can you hear us?
Yes.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, sorry, my network is poor right now. It's saying it's really red.
Yes, we can hear
It's
you.
poor right now. Thank you, mommy. Though we've actually come to the end of the session, and we are glad that you were still able to finally join despite the network glitch.
Thank you.
Made provisions to into. Hello, yes, ma. Yes, ma. I hope you can still hear me, ma. I hope mommy can still hear me. If not, okay, fine. She has dropped off. It's okay. I'll give her a call. Then maybe if we can get her in tomorrow, we'll bring her for maybe another 5 minutes, just so she's able to speak to the audience better. All right, thank you very much. I think we can close this meeting and meet and continue in readiness for tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. All right, see you later.